Now we have to configure the tjoin2. Double click on that. So here edit schema. You can check we are getting two from the tjoin1, another is from T payment types. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to add all the column from the tjoin1. Okay. And I want to join which one? The payment type. Okay. Now click on OK. Coming back to here in the design, include lookup columns in output. So obviously column mapping plus what will be there? Payment type. And it will be payment type ID. Sorry, it will be payment type. Right, output. Now, what will be the key attribute? From the left hand side, I mean from the row 5, it will be coming payment underscore ID. Payment underscore ID. Sorry, payment underscore type. That is the ID in the YOLO trip table. And the right hand side, it will be payment type ID. Inner join. Inner join. Okay. Now this joining is done. Now let's draw T log row. Sorry, T log row. Right click row main here. Sync column. You can check the edit schema. Now table view. Save it. Now run it. Let me check. Here we may get some error. Let me check it whether it will work or not. Yes. So here we are getting all the join value. So last is the payment type, right? This is the zone coming from the taxi zone. This is the payment type coming from the payment types table, and other data is there. Okay. So joining is done. Now I want to save it into some table. My destination will be some table. So what I am doing, clearing the screen. Here. So let me do the design bit like this way. And here. So here what I want to do, let me follow the document. This is done. This is done. We got the output. Then we are doing payment type. We got the output here. See here we have the T convert type. You can check after T join 1. Right now we are not getting error, but we may get error during if we want to insert the record into database. Let me show you. If it is not, because when I am doing this, creating this flow, I got some error. That's why I put this T convert type. Let me check whether we'll be able to insert the record into database table or not. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll create one more table, that is YOLO trip zone, and we'll push the data into that. Okay. YOLO trip zone. So let me design it. Coming back. So obviously I'll be taking the connection and it will be in nice taxi DW. Just drag and drop it here. And it will be my TDB output MySQL. Okay, so here component view YOLO trip zone underscore table. I'm giving the name and coming to the basic setting. So let me join the flow first. Right click row main here. Now coming back to name here, I'm giving YOLO trip zone. Okay. And what type of data I'm selecting here? The action on the table, drop table if exist and create. And it will be inserting the records. Okay. So it will create the table if you drop because multiple times maybe we'll be working on that. So that's why I have tried to give this one option. So drop table if exist and create then insert. Okay. So you can check it is there. We are fine. Now let's save it and run it. So we are good. 58,523 records. So again, so sometimes I got the error. That's why I have added the T convert type error. So without T convert type, you can check it. If it is working properly, it's fine. I mean, for this hands-on actually. I don't know why I was getting because it was taking some time and at last it was giving that kind of error, the integer to float type conversion. That's why I added it. But right now I'm not getting error, so no need to add any extra component. Here also T filter columns, I have added it. But still, I mean, we can do that thing in the T join, but obviously, I think the optimization will be if you have in the taxi zone, if you have a 50-60 column. So it will always be better that try to reduce the number of records or, number of records or the payload that will be flowing with through the particular data flow channel. So in that case, try to filter some columns and rows depending on your business scenario. Then you pass it to the next component. So here I have only 4 columns. That's why I have not done directly. I have done in T join, but you can use T filter columns here also. No problem. So it is successful. Let me check. Open the workbench. Root. So lots of table I have already opened. Let me close. Okay, coming back to this, refresh it and let me go to nice taxi DW tables, green trip zone, YOLO trip zone. It is there. Right click, select rows. Yes, we have all the records here with the proper payment type and zone. It is there. It is there. Okay, it is created. So this join is successful then. Saving it. It is already saved. So you please check here in the T join, it will take 2 inputs only. So if you want to do multiple join, you have to use multiple T join component. So obviously TMAC will be much more flexible in that case actually because there is no need to add multiple TMAP here for the joining multiple data set. Okay, so let me extend this result a little bit because we require some more example on it. Okay, what I am doing up to this point, we are done. We are done here. Now, if you want to create something, actually, for example, in the same job, uh, depending on the drop zone, suppose you want to count the total passenger count, you want to perform the total passenger count for each drop zone by the YOLO taxi vendor. So let me check it, which will take the input from the data YOLO trip zone table. So now I am going to design an analysis to count the number of passenger uh, carried by each vendor for each zone. I repeat, number of count of passengers for each zone, each vendor. So that will be our analysis here. Okay, let me check it. So what I'll do here, coming back in the same job, I'll be doing this thing because there will be some other job we'll be designing on this. So obviously I'll be taking the nice taxi DW. It will be input. And here, coming to component, in the view, I'm giving the name YOLO zone underscore table. Now from here, T filter column we can use. Filter columns. And what are the input I want to take? So just right click, we have to configure it, right? Coming back to here. So the table we have to select from here. It will be YOLO trip zone. Select star from YOLO trip. We have to guess the schema. We are fine with the schema. Okay, there is no date and nothing, so no need to change it. Okay. And similarly, what we can do, you can check the edit schema. It is there. Now, right click, row main, T filter columns. Coming back to T filter column, same column. Here, what we are doing. So I'll just keep vendor ID. Even we'll not keep the location ID also. I'll check the passenger count. So I'm deleting this thing. Passenger count, I'll check. Trip distance, no. Total amount, no. Zone will be there. Payment type will not be there. So I'm just adding zone after the vendor ID. Okay. So click on OK. So I'm taking vendor ID, zone, and the passenger count. Okay. Now what will you add? T aggregate row. Aggregate row. Right click, row main, coming back here. Double click on that. So we'll be doing the group by on vendor ID. Same columns, coming back here. Vendor ID, then on zone. Okay. And what will be the output column? Let me edit schema here and give the output column name like this: total passenger count. Total passenger count. So coming back in the operations, what operation you want to do? Total passenger count will be the output column. Function will be sum. Input columns will be passenger count. Ignore null values. Okay. Now it is done, and I want to sort also depending on the number of passenger. So in that case, T sort row. Row main here. Clicking on the T sort row, sync columns. So add, so I'll be sorting on total passenger count. And it will be in descending order. I want to get the highest passenger count first. Now it is done. T log row. Coming back, table, sync columns, we can check the edit schema, all are okay. Now we are done. So I'm deactivate this subjob, here, full subjob. Because already I have the table, right? So I'm doing this thing. Let's run it. Here is the output. Here is the output. We're getting the output here. Okay. Per vendor, per zone, it is showing the output. Here. So let me check as per the document. So any question so far according to this one? I hope you can follow it and you can do it if you give some time actually. Can you follow it? Are you there? Hi everybody.
Yes. Yes.